Hello Internet, this is Anne from Odulcina Scrap. I get this question often. Where do I get all of those cute vintage laces and doilies, and where's the best place and everything? And today, all what you see here is nothing that I found myself. So I just want to show you how you come up with a stash like that without necessarily buying it yourself. I've been doing junk journals for more than 2 years now, like almost 3 years, because it started in June of the pandemic, so June 2020. So we are 2 years and a half later, and I've started talking to everybody that knew me, like that I love laces and I'm looking for thin doilies or vintage laces, that kind of stuff. And here and there, some of my friends, family members, neighbor, some ladies at my church, they find something in the thrift store, they think about me, they buy it for me, and they bring it to me. And some don't want me to pay them back, some others accept it. Anyway, if I'm not paying back, I have other ways to give them back something at some point. But look at that. Look at that. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put piles together. So like this comes from my aunt. She found that at the thrift store and she thought it could be really useful for me. She gave that to me. This is a really small amount because the others I used them already, but this is from my neighbor. She found a wedding dress. This was one of the garments of the wedding dress, and it had little gloves like that. This is so tiny. I can't believe someone can be a bride as small as that. I guess it's okay, but still it wouldn't fit me. But anyway, here's the gloves. Well, I guess it's not so small if I didn't have my rings there. Look at that. It came with the wedding dress. So I have the wedding dress, but I packed it in another room and it would be too big to show you. But a wedding dress with those. And she had vintage doilies that she found at the thrift store. Look at that. So my neighbor, she's having a look for me when she goes doing her tour in the thrift stores, and she loves that. She's there every week or so. So she's my eyes there for my area. Now let me put that aside. This is from a girl in my church. She brought me way more than that, but this is one of the things she brought me recently that she found in thrift stores. So these are like, there's a bunch, they're all the same here because they are aprons. Same for this, and when I have this, I might use this little portion here, but here for the remaining here, I'm going to print on fabric with my printer. So nothing is wasted, or it can be good for the base of a junk journal cover. And those aprons. And this is from a friend of me. She's going to my church too, but look at what she brought me yesterday. So she found that cute apron. So the thing that you need to say when you're talking about stuff and you're realizing that you have a friend or someone at your church or your neighbor or someone in your family that loves to do shopping at the thrift store, you need to tell them what you're looking for. I always say, like, I'm looking for doilies, but they need to be really thin. I don't I'm not really interested in the big ones. So this is really, really thin. This looked old. The cotton ones, I'm always interested, but really, really thin. So, and I always say you have to pay less than whatever amount. For Canadian, it's $1 the piece. So she found those cotton ones, and those were not $1 each, you know, probably less. Anyway, she didn't want me to pay, so I have no clue. This big tablecloth, look at that. It's all really, really thin, like a millimeter. And we have the cotton. It's stained. That's just perfect. Look at that. And then she found those two. They are cotton. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? And she had those 3. This is for a window. You know, window cover like that. So there's 3 of those. And at this point, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna cut this or use it for my window in my workshop. It's so cute. I'm just afraid it will cut too much the sun. So anyway, I don't know yet. But what I wanted to share with you is don't be afraid to talk. Talk to everyone. I would have never guessed that my neighbor would be a shopper of thrift store and that she could find stuff like that for me and that she would be happy to find them for me. She's really happy. And yeah, just be specific with at describing what you're looking for so you're not disappointed, because there's nothing worse than someone thinks that they found something for you and they feel that you're disappointed. Because when you're not that excited, it's hard to show that you're really excited, right? So talk to everyone, and over time, you're gonna see people will bring to you those treasures. Like, I can be 2 months without anybody bringing me something, and then in a week I can get 10. And then the week later I get 5, and then 1, and then nothing for a while. But 2 years and a half later, I have a big stash, and I'm so happy. So don't get discouraged. When I started my junk journals 2 years and a half, I had nothing of that. And the first time I went to a thrift store, I found nothing. But over time, I found a piece. I found another one. Someone brought me a piece. And here you go. 2 years later, I have a good stash. So don't be disappointed. Don't pay too much for nothing. Just be patient and talk. Spread the word around you. Be specific about what you're looking for. Don't be shy. And you might get treasures like that. More than you think. God bless you, everyone. Have a good week. Bye-bye.